In the dead of night, Emma's world was reduced to the faint glow of her phone screen. Without warning, a power outage swallowed the light, shrouding her room in inky darkness. Her heart pounded in her chest as she fumbled for the familiar shape of her flashlight. A breeze, cold and chilling, swept through the room, raising the hairs on the back of her neck. Whispers, low and unintelligible, seemed to echo from the corners of the room, each word dripping with a sinister intent. Frozen with fear, she clutched the flashlight, its beam slicing through the darkness, revealing nothing but the empty room. Shadows began to shift and twist, their grotesque shapes dancing on the walls. Panic rose in her throat as a chilling realization dawned. She was not alone. Hidden in the darkness, something lurked, its malevolent intent palpable. A touch cold as ice grazed her ankle, drawing a gasp from her lips. The beam of her flashlight swung wildly, briefly illuminating the room. In that fleeting moment, she saw them. Twisted figures crouching in the corners, their eyes gleaming with a malicious joy. The whispers grew louder, their echoes reverberating within her mind. The oppressive presence drew nearer, its dread seeping into her very bones. She reached for her phone, desperate to call for help, but it lay dead in her trembling hands. Voiceover. With a surge of adrenaline, Emma made a desperate attempt to escape. She wriggled free from the icy grip that threatened to seal her doom. Stumbling towards the door, her heart pounded like a war drum in her chest. The sinister whispers of the unseen force echoed in the darkness, growing louder and more insistent as it gave chase. The door, her only salvation, was just within reach when she felt a cold hand close around her ankle. Voiceover. Just as she thought she could taste freedom, Emma was dragged back into the darkness, her screams echoing in the empty room. She fought with every fiber of her being, her futile resistance only seeming to amuse the unseen terror. The room filled with a chilling laughter, a sound that sent icy tendrils of fear snaking down her spine. Its grip around her ankle tightened, pulling her further into the abyss as her screams were drowned out by the sinister laughter of the unseen terror. A scream, raw and primal, cut through the silence as an unseen force lunged from the darkness. Her flashlight flickered and died, leaving her in a void of blackness. Cold, icy fingers wrapped around her throat, squeezing the breath from her lungs. And then, as quickly as it had begun, the darkness lifted. Light flooded the room once more. Emma drew in ragged breaths, her body shaking with the aftershocks of fear. She was alone, but the terror of the past minutes was etched deeply into her soul. She couldn't shake the feeling that something still lurked in the shadows, biding its time, waiting for the darkness to return.